What's going on, everybody? It's Childish. We're back at it again. We got ourselves the next video for y'all today. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Today is Rune Removal Day. Yeah, buddy, one of my favorite days of all time. As you guys know, Calm to us gives us the opportunity to shuffle up our runes one time every month for 24 hours so that we can, fine tune our teams in order to improve our progression. Now, everyone's kind of been around the block when it comes to things that we should do and we should not do. I got together with my EpicFail evolution community, and we wanted to bring you just a short list of things that we feel are like the do's and don'ts of free removal. So big shout out to the EpicFail community. The do list, okay, the do list. We're gonna start out with number one. Now these are not going to be in like a hierarchy of order, but I'm going to try my very best to put it out there. As far as the first one on that list, we do want you to have a plan of action as far as what you want to work on. For the people that are coming into Rune Removal Day, they may think, for the first time, they may think 24 hours is a lot of time. But if you have no idea what you're trying to do when it comes to, improving your setups, what's most important to you, you're really going to lose out on a lot of time that you could, better use with regards to, again, farming mana or testing, stuff, so on and so forth. That's probably one of the biggest things on the list. Okay. And as far as, having that plan, this next one kind of goes hand in hand. Do keep track of your runes. Okay. Do keep track of your runes. And what I mean by that is, if you've been playing the game for quite some time, you should have an idea, a general idea of where your current best runes are, and if you have some backup runes that you're looking to incorporate into the mix, where those are at, so that you can find them, access them easily, and do what you got to do to level them up and put them on the units. Okay. Now I'm going to take a quick step aside as far as talking about what I like to do. There's definitely some key runes that I love to keep, or love to kind of keep in touch. And so one of the things that I like to do when we start to collect those random 4-star, 5-star, 6-star rare units with a certain element that we don't keep, I like to actually organize certain units to hold on to particular runes, right? So if I have my general units that I use, and then I got maybe I got some 5-star Mac units that I'm not gonna 6-star right now, but I'm just holding on to. I'll utilize all my fire 5-star awakened monsters that I'm not using. Those will all hold my fatal runes, and the dark monsters will all hold some extra violent runes, and the light monsters will hold all my extra will runes, or something of the sort, right? Some of us don't really have that many runes, but when you've been playing the game for quite some time, you're collecting runes, you're collecting grindstones, and you're going to be running out of that room. So you have to, set aside some of those runes, put them on some units so that you can make room in your actual monster box and allow you to collect more runes. So if you decide to do that, please make sure that whichever way you go about, organizing them, make sure you know exactly where those runes are, so you can make it just that much more easier to find those runes and put them on, so you can go ahead and test some stuff out. Okay. The next one up here, rule number 3, as far as the do's, do make sure you are saving enough mana to get the runes level up that you plan on switching over, right? So first off, you have the plan of what you want to do. Then you organize everything to where you could find it easy. And then of course, when you bring them out, some of them were going to be, maybe you had them some saved up already, plus 12 to plus 15. Some of them may have been, just rare, legendary, or hero runes that you have not rolled out yet, because you're trying to hold on to the mana and see where your runes will go. Because as you guys might have guessed, when you start playing around with different rune builds and whatnot, you may find that certain runes really fit well, but you need a little bit more critical rate, or you need a little bit more speed, or something like that. And then you have a random hero rune that might have the exact 3 subsets or stats that you're looking for. So you want to roll out that rune and see how lucky or unlucky you get, right? So making sure that you have enough mana to do that is pretty darn good. Now, for me as a late game player, I definitely want to make sure I'm sitting well over 5 million mana. If at all possible. I have easily gone through, 3 to 5 mana, during that process. Right now, I'm actually sitting at 7 mana. We're trying to collect a little bit more money here, and some grinds, as we all three of us here, Cage, Noodles, and I, we have quite a few runes that we want to play around with, but we still need a couple more grinds. So we might as well get the grinds and get the money on the side. So that is my list when it comes to the do's. There's obviously a lot more that we can add to the mix, but we'll go ahead and talk a little bit more about that at the end of the video. Okay. Now let's get into the don'ts. Actually, you know what? Excuse me. My apologies. We got one more to add. Okay. As far as a do, make sure that you do double check your runes, or sorry, you double check your units at the end of the night. Make sure, ooh, that's, believe it or not, that fatal HP percentage, that's like a sick upgrade for me. I got a fatal, I got a fatal built Shige, right? And I needed the HP percentage on him. So I feel good. I feel really good. Okay. So with regards to that, we're going to be mixing and matching a lot of different units and whatnot. And one of the things that we've all done, right? EpicFail right here all day, every day. We've always gone, you know, at the end of the night and forgot to double check those units to make sure that we have them all runed up so that we don't, you know, miss anything, you know, down the road. So definitely make sure that after everything you're done, just do a quick check once again, just to make sure that everything is good to go. Okay. Okay. Now let's move to the don't list. Okay. Don't de-rune your monsters that are on your PvP defense for a long time, okay? As you guys know, we're going to be mixing and matching runes. Some of you guys are Guardian 1, Guardian 2, Guardian 3 players that maybe rush or maybe, you know, you know, yeah, like I said, rushing in Guild Wars is probably the biggest thing, you know, and making sure your defense does well so you can get those extra points. Now, we're all going to be mixing and matching runes, so our defense is going to be at a crippled state for a little bit. Just make sure that you're not spending too much time with runes off so that you don't do any damage to it. Now, this being on Saturday, this is not going to have a negative effect on Arena because most of us run a weaker defense on the Arena side, and we will go ahead and work our way up on those last, few hours come rush hour if we're trying to progress into that Guardian ranks and make sure that we get a high rank come Arena reset. But with regards to Guild Wars is on Saturday, which is on Rune Move Day, and there's been countless people that we've seen, in addition to countless people like myself that have forgotten to put the runes on the units, and I'm sitting here on rush hour trying to get it done. Got to make sure I have everything set to go. The last thing I want to do is have somebody take out my composition, easy mode, right? If I don't have, some runes on the units to make sure everything's working properly. Okay, so that is one of the big ones here. In addition to that, the next one on the don't list is don't cripple multiple monsters in your monster box to make one monster shine. You really got to consider the consequence of what you can do to your opposing teams. If you sit there and break away one of your key units in your Dragons P10 team just to make one unit shine that may be a really key unit with regards to your arena defense, yet you're a conquer one player that doesn't even rush, on that day, where's the point of that? Why cripple your Dragons B10 team, the team that is getting you the runes, the team that is getting you the money to level up those runes, just to make one unit shine in the arena, just on defense, and again, you're not even rushing. So, consider that fact. At the end of the day, we're all about improving, consolidated runes and putting the best runes on the best monsters, but we still have to consider the synergy of our teams. We still have to consider the quality of the other units within our team compositions, making sure they're still on point so that we don't have to worry about them, crippling down when we decide to, move some of the runes or whatnot. If you guys saw a recent video, I put out a video, the Theorycraft Thursday video, we talked about some of the rune builds and some of the expectations on what it means to, get those frontline stats when it comes to Rift of Worlds 5. And as you guys progress with regards to units and runes and grinds, you realize that you don't have to have these crazy stats as you are improving your runes. The more you improve them, the more you realize you can kind of bend the rules. And when you bend the rules, that allows you to take some of those runes away and put them towards other units that can make you shine, okay? Let me take you another step back. If you guys remember, we had, again, how many times have I referenced this? The Advanced R5 DPS Guide Pack Kazuto 111. Kazuto 111 taught us that we don't need our best violent runes on every single unit on Rift of Worlds. When we mix it, when we take away those violent runes, we could still, get that consistency, get that speed clear going, and allow us to take some of those violent runes where we really need it when it comes to late to end game, PvP in certain other aspects. So keep that in mind, guys, because there's a lot of people out there that we get this one unit and we're like, oh my god, let's throw everything on it, but we don't realize what it can do to our other teams. And after rune removal day is over, it's over, and you won't be able to fix it unless you want to dump a ton of money into the mix or spend $30 more to fix everything. Shout out to everybody. I don't shout out, but everybody knows somebody that has really screwed up their teams because they got too infatuated with trying to fix one particular unit. Okay. And then after you get everything fixed, oh, by the way, rip AK, rip AK one time. Hey, let me give a quick shout out to AK-47 right now. He has a YouTube channel. He's doing it with Kev as well. Two people in the Say Swag Again community here. So a big shout out to him. He just happened to join our group so we can get this video underway. I don't even think he knows I'm recording, so it's all good. It's all good. But anyways, back to the point. Don't forget to test your composition before ruining them, just to make sure you're not missing any runes, or just to overall test it, right? We constantly have this picture of how we want our runes to be, but until we test it, until we see how it works in the arena, in the guild wars, on offense, on defense, we can we can't really decide if it's going to work. We got too many people out there that want to make their stats look cute and everything, but they don't do the testing that is needed to make sure you get it done. I personally don't even utilize my arena wings just for fun. I don't use them for recreation unless I'm capped out. I use a couple, but for the most part, I try to keep as many wings as I can, just because I want to test out as many different compositions as I can in the arena. Okay, Guild Wars, you're limited on the swords that you have available, and if you're in a rushing guild like me, you can't really test out anything until the rushing hour. And really, are we going to sit there and test out stuff when we're trying to rush? We're not going to do that stuff. So that's another thing to consider, depending on where you're at when it comes to Guild Wars and whatnot. Okay, so next one up, I think this one is going to kind of make you laugh, but I had to throw it in there. Don't forget to check all your main monsters are ruined before heading to bed, okay? This was a do, and this was a don't. The reason why I bring it up twice is because this is critical. There's way too many people that we get stuck on certain units, and then we completely forget about everything else. Don't forget to double check everything, guys. Double check the runes on one unit. Double check your team compositions. Take a quick run in Dragon Speed 10 after you've done your stuff. Make sure everything is smooth, working good. Check your TOA teams. Check your Giant Speed 10 teams. Make sure that everything's on point, because again, we're always micromanaging our runes, making some tweaks where we can to make other stuff shine while still maintaining the foundation of our teams that are going to allow us to progress when it comes to PvE. So that is pretty much it for my list. Now, as you know, this is not all the do's and don'ts. This is just a collaboration or collection of do's and don'ts that I have gathered from my EpicFail community. What I want you to do, if you are watching this video right now on Rune Removal Day, let's help out the community today. I need you guys to put all your do's and don'ts in the comment section down below, so that we can go ahead and assist the community in making the best choice with regards to Rune Removal Day. And for all of you guys that are watching and maybe don't have a do or don't that you want to add, take a look at the comment section as it continues to grow. And please do me a favor, like the comments that you feel is a very, very critical point that we want to mention. We want people to be attracted to your comments if you feel they are well worth the time to read up, okay? So again, that is it for this video talking about the do's and don'ts of Rune Removal Day. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you haven't already, go ahead and follow me on Facebook and Twitter so I can give you guys some sneak peeks on what's going down next week, all right? That is it. I am done. It's your boy ChildishPlays checking out. Take care, and we will see you next time, guys. We're out.